questions I lack.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we're running it back with the two teams from Super Bowl 35. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants on Thursday night primetime.
We have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams have met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. So a long field ahead for the Ravens to start things out. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think that the tight end position now is really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. Every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, he'll drop to throw. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson. Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield. Play action. Now Jackson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. This is Saquon Barkley, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then execute it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson now. Throw here's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. That's about as exciting of a one-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop it right at the line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The fact that he took the shot deep downfield, even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 43 yards on the punt. Return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Here's 2nd and 8. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. And I think he got a yard to the 41.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get him for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot. And
what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, your front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete to Slayton. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Jackson will throw again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this is Shepard on the catch. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first and goal.
To throw is Jackson. That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Giants have moved out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Galladay. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They go play action here on first down. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Back to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jordan Stout now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Jackson on first down. And he floats one there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. Shifts by him. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They set up the screen for Dobbins. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 13. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. In the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Shepard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Ravens. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Play action. It's Jackson on the move to his left. Got his man in the crossing pattern. It's Slayton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Five yards remain on second down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
Well, so far this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
They'll run with Barkley. Ooh, the juke. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This is caught. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
What's the deal, y'all? Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll go again with Dobbins. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The teams have a tough time running the ball as this one has throughout this game. It's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments. You often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now this time he'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Here on this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Jackson. Throwing deep for Galladay. They've got his man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really just sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Giants on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will get the lead up to 7. Gano's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he converted that.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. 3rd down here. He'll drop to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll try and run the option left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a 1st down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the 1st, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The 2nd down play not much better than the 1st. Just a gain of 1 there. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first, this from 41. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The New York set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock. Jackson
gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Gano for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So the Ravens now down by 11. A minute 36 to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly have trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Connects with Duvernay. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Connecting with Andrews. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.